Watch this. Boom! Right on the jawline. That was a big game changer right there for Leah McCourt. Leah McCourt just dropped a fucking bombshell on Dakota
DITCHEVA. Out of nowhere, McCourt has fired a savage threat at the undefeated monster, saying, "I'll break everyone, and I'll kill Dakota DITCHEVA." Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just a call-out. This is an Irish war cry against the most feared woman in the PFL, and maybe the entire fight game. Let's get one thing straight. Leah McCourt isn't some random trash talker trying to steal headlines. She's Bellator's Irish queen, a legit featherweight contender who has fought the likes of Sinead Kavanagh and Diana Silva. She's 8-3 a grappling specialist, and she's been hunting for a fight that could transform her career.
And when she looks at Dakota DITCHEVA, she doesn't see fear. She sees her dream fight. But here's the kicker. She didn't just show respect. She threw gasoline on the fire by saying she wants to end Dakota's hype before it even touches UFC gold.
Frank going by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And
there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And DITCHEVA beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop in trouble.
And that doesn't. First round finish, and Dakota DITCHEVA silences.
On the other side, Dakota DITCHEVA undefeated, 15 wins, 10 savage finishes. The coldest Muay Thai knees in women's MMA. Fans call her the violent Cinderella. PFL calls her the future face of women's MMA. And UFC insiders are already drooling over her debut. But here's where it gets controversial. Every time Dakota
dominates, her list of enemies grows longer. Cries when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard. Throughout her short yet entertaining career so far, Dakota DITCHEVA has finished 13 of her last 15 opponents. With more domination comes more problems, however. And Dakota DITCHEVA has been no stranger to trash talk from multiple opponents. She's commented on one of my posts before saying she wants Barbie's belt, which is a European belt for a start, so she can't have it. In this video, we're showing what happened to those girls who claimed Dakota was nothing more than a hype job. This is Fighting is Art. Let's go. SUMIKO INABA. In Dakota's most recent fight, she squared off against the Japanese SUMIKO INABA, known as the Lady Samurai. Her record of 8 wins and 1 close loss was impressive. But it was her fearlessness and chaotic energy in the cage that truly made her stand out. All chaos and pressure with no reverse gear. With the volume! SUMIKO didn't just submit opponents, she knocked them out, charging forward with reckless abandon. And pain only motivated her even further. She claimed Dakota had never faced somebody like her. She's gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now? She even said Dakota was cheating, claiming that Dakota was knocking out girls way too easy.
Has anybody checked the hand wraps of Dakota? She's been knocking these girls out nearly cold, and nobody has batted an eye. I'll get justice for all these girls she knocked out because she cheated, plain and simple.
They met in the ring, and it was time.
Let's go, ladies! Let's go!
Refusing to touch gloves, Dakota was out for retribution. From the start, INABA pressured forward, controlling the center of the ring.
And immediately another blitzing forward.
But she ate hard counterpunches for her troubles.
Front kick to the face. And a left hand from Dakota. Immediately, this thing gets wild.
The Lady Samurai switched tactics to keeping Dakota against the fence, not letting her unleash her long attacks. But Dakota reversed on her opponent. Recalling her Muay Thai training, she was clearly winning the clinch exchanges. Finally getting some separation, Dakota released cracking combinations. But INABA, being a true menace, was out for a tough fight, not minding the damage coming her way. Dakota was vicious. The beautiful SUMIKO fired back, but Dakota didn't care. She wanted to eviscerate this woman who accused her wrongly. SUMIKO's face badly wore the damage. She face was bruised and swollen. In round 2, Dakota remained calm and composed, while INABA kept charging. She fell into Dakota's trap. and 8 sharp knees to the solar plexus and skull. A right-hand combination made INABA see stars and get on her bike. INABA doing a better job of still minimizing damage, but the damage is still coming through. The barrage that followed was proof that Dakota possessed the best striking arsenal and shot selection in women's MMA. But the Lady Samurai possessed a granite chin and Hawaiian toughness. So she was eating Dakota's concussive bombs without being rocked. But Dakota was still having fun. She exemplified her nickname, Dangerous. And she was doing the talking with her knees. At the final round, Dakota, having ended her last 9 rivals, wanted to land the finishing blow on SUMIKO. Nonetheless, SUMIKO had a chance to pull off an upset. In the middle of a clinch, Dakota signaled to her corner that she had broken her left arm, so she had to continue the demolition with right hands, knees, and elbows.
I think she told her corner that she broke her hand.
Dakota poked fun and taunted her now grotesquely bruised opponent. INABA looked helpless as Dakota danced around, celebrating the victory. Before the judges' scorecards, the winner was obvious. It was clear that Dakota had secured a win on points, a 30-27, 30-27, and 30-24 unanimous decision in favor of Dangerous. The margin was decisive, with the British fighter winning every round. However, instead of jubilations, Dakota was the one who seemed more sad after the fight. Apparently, she injured her left arm in the 3rd round and had to endure the pain till the end.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left arm, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
Cornelia Holm. In the semi-final in Paris of 2023, DITCHEVA was matched up against the Swedish Cornelia Holm, a tough submission artist experienced in choking opponents to sleep and breaking arms with no remorse.
Holm is in real trouble now, and she's tapped. Good call from Chris Hoekstra there, and a brilliant finish for Cornelia Holm.
Competing against the seasoned wrestler, Dakota had some questions to answer, and in the lead-up, Holm boasted that Dakota wouldn't be able to survive 3 full rounds.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge. It's a lot bigger than hers. Like, I got plenty of more rounds. So yeah, going into the 2nd, 3rd round, that's definitely an advantage for me.
The tension was evident from the ice-cold face-off. At the onset, Dakota tested the waters with jabs and kicks from range. Within 30 seconds, Holm had shot for a takedown, but Dakota demonstrated her wrestling training, refusing to go to the ground. Then she replied her enemy with vicious knees to the ribs. However, Holm was able not to survive the 1st round by grabbing on for her dear life. At the start of the 2nd, Dakota released a vicious right hand that made her rival do the chicken dance.
Essentially focus on takedown defense. Oh! What a right hand that was!
And she was now starting to release the destructive attacks. The wrestler again held on to her last bit of consciousness by sniffing Dakota. But Dakota was out to prove that she is the better grappler. She took down her rival and almost locked in a rear naked choke. Preparing to deliver a knockout in the grand finale, she led her back up to her feet. They clashed for the final round, and Dakota would prove that she was still a beast even in the 3rd round. Like something out of a movie, Dakota threw a crisp 1-2 that sent Holm crumbling, and a kick ended the fight.
Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
Oh!
Dakota DITCHEVA with the 3rd round finish!
Tyla Santos. Dakota sent warnings to her next opponent, Tyla Santos, who she would meet in the finals, signaling her to shut up.
Tyla Santos with the smile knows her opponent for a $1 million championship bout.
Dakota's dominance could be compared to
why he believes Dakota has not only matched Rousey's legendary skill set, but actually surpassed it. And folks, this is where things get really interesting. According to Hardy, while Ronda Rousey was undeniably a trailblazer who built her dominance through Olympic-level judo and that iconic armbar, she had one critical weakness. She dominated primarily in one range of combat.
Just hit stuff. Don't throw it.
Dakota DITCHEVA, on the other hand, she represents the complete evolution of women's MMA. Hardy explained that Dakota can hold her own on the ground against elite jiu-jitsu practitioners, but what truly sets her apart is her takedown defense combined with those absolutely vicious Muay Thai strikes, a deadly combination that could put anyone in serious trouble. Now let's talk about why Hardy's words carry so much weight. Dakota DITCHEVA isn't just some up-and-coming prospect. She's the real deal with the numbers to prove it. Dakota enters 2025 with an absolutely immaculate 15-0 professional record. But here's what's truly scary. She has a 90% finish rate with 12 knockouts and 1 submission. That's not just winning, that's dominating. In 2024, she captured the PFL Women's Flyweight World title and secured a cool $1 million prize. And the way she did it? Absolutely dismantling former UFC title challenger Taila Santos in just 2 rounds. The same Santos who once pushed the legendary Valentina Shevchenko to the absolute limit. Born July 25, 1998 in Manchester, England, Dakota was already a Muay Thai world champion at just 17 years old. She won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships before transitioning to MMA and immediately making a statement. And here's the confidence that's got everyone talking. Dakota recently stated, "I look at the UFC and I think I definitely enter the top 15, maybe even the top 10 straight away. Yeah, I could beat a lot of them."
I look at the UFC and I think I definitely enter the top 15, maybe even the top 10 straight away.
That's the same fearless confidence Ronda Rousey had in her prime, but with the well-rounded skill set of a new generation fighter. Now, to understand why this comparison stings so much, we need to talk about how Ronda Rousey's career ended, and it wasn't pretty. Rousey's final fight at UFC 207 was a brutal 48-second knockout loss to Amanda Nunes, where she looked completely outmatched on her feet. It was a devastating end to what had been one of the most dominant reigns in MMA history. Ronda herself later reflected on that dark period, saying, "I remember my last fight walking away thinking God hates me. I had nothing left in me." She also revealed something even more heartbreaking. "The first time I got touched, I was out on my feet. My brain isn't callous. It doesn't heal back stronger after a break. It was just an inevitable decline."
"I remember my last fight walking away thinking God hates me," Rousey confessed. "But the next fight I got touched, I was out on my feet. My brain doesn't heal back stronger after a break. It was an inevitable decline."
For someone who gave everything to build women's MMA from the ground up, carrying the entire division on her shoulders while the sport evolved around her, that rejection hit hard. As Ronda put it, "I gave them everything I had, and it wasn't enough." Now here's where the story takes a major turn. After Hardy's explosive comparison went viral and the MMA world started buzzing about Dakota potentially surpassing Rousey's legacy, Dana White was asked about the situation at a recent UFC press conference. The message seemed clear. While White respects Rousey's legacy, his focus has shifted to the next generation of stars like Dakota DITCHEVA. And that silence about a Rousey comeback, that might be the loudest statement of all. Sources close to the situation reveal that the UFC has been eyeing Dakota heavily, but the PFL is holding tight to their biggest star after denying a recent trade request. The tweet immediately went viral, with fans divided. Some praised Rousey for her grace and acknowledgement of Dakota's talent, while others felt she was downplaying the legitimate comparison. MMA legends like Daniel Cormier and Miesha Tate both came to Rousey's defense, with DC tweeting, "Put some respect on Ronda's name. She opened doors nobody else could." The question everyone's asking now is, will this spark a comeback attempt from Rousey, or is this her final word on the matter? So let's step back and look at what this all really means for women's MMA. The truth is, both perspectives have merit here. Ronda Rousey was a trailblazer who shattered ceilings and gave legitimacy to women's MMA when nobody else believed in it. She went 12-0 with 11 first-round finishes, became the first UFC women's champion, and carried the division when the sport was still finding its footing.
She's used to getting first-round finishes, Randy. Gas tank might be an issue here. We'll find out tomorrow night.
Taila Santos sent a massive bombshell to Dakota DITCHEVA in the 2024 PFL Championship Finals, making one thing crystal clear: she wants her rematch, and she's not taking no for an answer. Every fighter needs to know how to handle a loss, because a loss leaves you a lot more to learn than a win. Defeats give you the chance to reflect and see what you need to improve. So I'm grateful for that loss.